Welcome to the Oral Waste Podcast. It's not tongue in cheek, it's tongue in arse.
I did not see that one coming.
Why not, eh? Why not? Hello, how you going?
Good. We'll see
good.
how many people are actually listening with that theme song, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon that's going to really test it.
Do you reckon people will complain?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if anyone's listening.
Oh, how's that theme song? He said ass.
Yeah, straight to a current affair.
Oh, so episode 3, we're here. We made it.
Yep.
As you can see, I've still held the contract. The contract is still there. I've got the beard and I've got the hair. I haven't cut anything. But for some reason, you ended up with a longer beard than me and you didn't sign any contract.
Yeah, true. I run the beard all the time, but I'm that lazy that I just let it grow for 6 months, 9 months. And
Just
then
let it go.
So it's like shave twice a year.
Oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
not a look thing. It's like a laziness thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, would you be able to talk closer to the microphone or bring the microphone closer to you?
Oh, yeah. Was it doing that
That's
thing?
better, yeah.
You know what? I'm normally really good at that.
Yeah.
That's
but
normally my thing.
it's that slight little bit of distance and then all of a sudden it doesn't sound as good. But when you're up front, it
Oh,
sounds
true.
lovely.
Yeah. I'm with you.
All right, so third episode in. We've got something for the wall. I'll go first this time.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. So this week for show and tell, every week we bring something in from outside. We put it on the wall and see what it is and then we talk about it. This is quite self-indulgent, but I brought my Newcastle Marathon finisher medal.
Oh, yeah.
So I ran a marathon the other day and they give you this.
That is so good. How did you feel at the end of it, actually?
This is underwhelming, mate. That is not good. I ran 42 kilometres and they gave me that.
That's not enough.
I want more.
Yeah, but how many people were in the marathon?
I don't know, 300? So I had to make 300 of those.
So would you rather pay more for your entry fee and everyone gets like a proper trophy or something?
So I don't want like a consolation prize. I don't want a trophy or anything. I would like something individual. So I feel like this is just, let's make some things. He ran the race. I felt like, Jake, you've run the race. This is specifically for you. Maybe it's got my name on it. I want them to go do a little bit of effort.
Well, like you did. You ran 42 kilometres.
I'm going to say it was more than a little bit of effort. That's right.
So you think it should be personalised?
That's right. I feel like everyone pays like $150 or something. There's 300 contestants. There's 300.
Not a game show.
300, it could be.
Come on down.
Well, that's it. It could be the next game show, the marathon. So I reckon maybe it just said like Jake Grigg completed the marathon. That would have been nicer because you know what? Hold this for a sec. Now you've completed a marathon. Do you reckon?
True. Actually,
Yeah.
can I buy it? $20. Can I have this?
Mate, you can have it. It's all yours. See, now there's no way of proving it.
Now, I think what they could do is have tiered levels of entry, like entry forms. So you can go 150 generic finishing thing, 200 letter to you.
Yeah. Yes. 100. Oh, letter.
It's
You can get
kind of
it
like a
framed.
meet and greet with Bear.
Oh, that's
you know?
good to get it framed with like an actual, like you know how they have the with the artwork, they have it like a letter of certificate of
Authenticity. Yeah.
That. Yes.
So you give them a blurb and you say, look, this is all the effort I put in before, and they say, and then they write it back to you in a certificate.
That's right.
Dear Jake, thank you for doing half marathons twice a week for 3 months leading up to it. We know you put in a lot of effort. I've tiered entry form. I like it.
I've just realised something though. This is just basic. I only want this because I want people to know I did a marathon. You just run a marathon and shut up. Don't you reckon? Don't you reckon anyone that ever run a marathon never shuts up about how they've run a marathon? And I'm one of them. I'm it. I'm guilty.
I tell you what, leading up to the marathon, I had just about enough of it. Number one, hearing you and Dennis and that talk about it. Seeing you run, like when I'm driving home from work, I'd see you running and I go, they may as well be fucking talking about it.
There was a couple of times I saw you and I was running past you and I was waving at you and I thought you were ignoring me. You were.
No, I was just there going, oh, here we go. I have to hear about it again. It's like, did 22Ks this week. I'm just there like this disgusting, unfit blob, which is what people like me do, despise people that are into exercise.
Wait 1 second. Now you're not.
Yeah.
Now you've run a marathon. You're holding that.
This is the exercise I like. I like the reward.
You got the reward.
I don't like the hard work leading up to it at all.
The journey's not in the reward. The reward is in the reward. All right, let me put this one on the wall here. What do you got there? What do you got?
Well, again, every time we do this, I forget. So my work car is just an absolute shit fight. So I'm always scrambling out the front of your house to find something to talk about. So what I've bought.
So you're saying you had 2 weeks and 1 day.
Yeah, I still do.
and you just got a bit of paper from your car. I reckon. Look, and
I know it's coming.
It's fine. Yeah.
Look, the chewing gum was a hit.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm doing all this production all through the week and putting all this effort in. All you have to do is remember one thing. No, that's fine. It's fair.
So what I did, I was scrambling around in my shit fight of a car, and I found an account form for a credit application.
An account form for a credit application.
I went into like at this shop to like open an account, and they go, oh, here you go, you can fill this out. And I was like, what fucking year are we in that I'm still getting hard copies of paper for things?
Wait, you have to explain, because what do you open an account of?
Like you open an account so you can, say like it's a landscaping place, which is what it is. And then you can just go there and pick things up, and it builds up an account. You pay it at the end of the month or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a business thing. Like you do, rather than just paying cash all the time, you build up an account. They gave it to me. I was just like, do you have like a soft copy or anything? They said, no, you can just fill it out, take a photo of it, and then send it back to us. I was like, no. That's not the era we live in now. There's no paper isn't a thing anymore.
Why don't they have like a online thing where you can just
Well, they did. Like, but I had to, coax it out of them. Just say, here's my email. Got my email address wrong.
They're too scared to change.
Got my email wrong like 3 times. I'm standing there, and I said to him, I go, right, it's Glenn, spell it all out. And I said, I'll just wait here. You send me one, and I'll make sure it works. She goes, send it. It's such an awkward and long time to wait for an email to come through to you when you're standing there in someone's shop.
Isn't it?
They send it. They go, it's sent. And I go, must be in the air. Is it there? No, don't have it. What'd you write down again? I had to walk around, have a look.
Check your spam. Check your spam.
Yeah, it's not in your junk, is it?
Oh my God.
Anyway, I said, no, you've spelt one of the words wrong. So retype it in, send it in the air. And I was like, oh, this is the worst.
Oh my God.
It's not only the worst thing to talk about, it's worse like when you're actually there.
So can I do me a favour? I mean, that's great and all. You brought in a bloody sheet of paper. Next fortnight or whatever, think about it. Bring it in.
Some more effort, you think?
Effort, yeah. Run a marathon or something. You know what I mean?
I'm still putting it on the wall.
Oh, 100%. It's got to go on the wall. All right, you keep going. While you're putting that on the wall, I wanted to let you know that we got our first ever voicemail. For those of you who didn't know, you can leave us a voicemail. Basically, this one was left through Instagram. So you just go on Instagram at Oral Waste, go in and leave a voicemail, or do it on Facebook or wherever. And this one was left, and I purposely haven't listened to it because I wanted to react with you at the same time. If there is swear words or something, I'll beep them out in post-production. But
all right, this is nerve-wracking.
I have no idea. Okay, so I'm a bit nervous. Especially, I'm more nervous for you than for me.
Things like this don't bother you, that?
I'm nervous for you.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Thank you.
I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I'm ready to go. Oh, so if you want to leave a voicemail, please do it, because we'll probably play it because
we've only got one.
Yes. All right, so here we go. So it says it's from a guy called The Bandit. All right, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Jake the Cake and Glenn 20. It is The Bandit here, the largest genitalia in fucking Australia. Now, I've got a bit of a dribble for you lads, eh? Basically, I matched up with this bird on Tinder, and I hit her with the pickup line, I'm pleased to meet you, and I've got meat to please you. And she loved it, let's just say that, because next thing you know, she's invited me over to her apartment, and I've thrown her on the workbench, I'm just getting into my finest work, and then she hits me with the, do you want to go exploring in the Forbidden Tunnel? And I said, why the fuck not? So yeah, I'm hitting it from behind and got the job done. Had a great time, let's just say. And I went into the shower to go and have a little rinse, little clean up. And as I peeked around the corner, as I was coming out, I saw her throw a shit out the fucking window. A shit! And I know it wasn't my shit. And before she saw me see her throw the shit, I just ducked back into the bathroom. And I waited like another 5 minutes, and then I come back out and I just didn't say anything. And yeah, it's last few days, it's really been laying on my conscience. I don't know if I should message her back and tee up another round, or if I should just run for the hills, because besides the whole poo flinging thing, it was actually a really great night. So if I can just look past that, I think we'll be all sweet. And yeah, just before I go, I just want to have a formal apology to anyone who was walking on the footpath 7 stories below us. Yes, my bad. Anyways.
What the fuck was that?
What's going?
Did you know who they were?
No. Do you know who that is?
Nah.
Oh
That's
my
awful.
God. That is. Wait,
Did you like the story? I did like the story.
I'm confused. So he was having anal sex.
Yeah.
And then he went to the bathroom, and then he's come out, and she's obviously done a poo
on the wall.
No, she's done a poo and thrown out the window. Is that what he said?
I don't know. It was all over the shop, really, wasn't it?
Wait, so she's done a poo, thrown it out the window, and he's caught her, and he's ringing us up. See, we'll play anything. We'll play anything on air. That's ridiculous.
That was the worst story, actually.
Do you think he should go out with her again?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, but everyone poos, don't they?
Yeah, but
do you think
not on the first night.
Do you think that like it tells a lot about a person, not when they poo, it's how they dispose of the poo?
Yeah, the conventional, like via the toilet, and probably your own toilet.
But if you accidentally did it, just say you were in the same situation, but opposite, you're in a bed, a woman goes to the toilet, you've accidentally done a shit in bed, and she's come back in. Like, what do? You can't go, I've done a poo. Like, you have to throw it out the window. I think it's all pretty natural. I think it's a natural process.
I would be heading for the hills.
Oh, it'd be the worst, most embarrassing moment of your life.
I'd leave town. I'd move away. Everything. Change my name. The works. And I think it would still find you. It wouldn't matter where you moved.
Like, what did she pick it up with? Like, is the hand still stink? Like, there's so many different problems here, eh?
It's disgusting.
Was it just like a super hard nougat? Like what?
Like a off the wall.
Like, what if it wasn't her poo? What if it was his poo? What if it was already there? There's so many. I don't know.
I don't want to know who that guy is, actually.
No.
And if that is the fans we're attracting,
don't call again, bandit. Do not call again. But if anyone else wants to leave a message, please do go to one of our Facebook or whatever, or Instagram, and leave a message, maybe with a bit better content. But that was kind of...
Yeah, leave a message about how you open an account with a paper copy, please.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. This is a high...
At the moment, we've got the lowest of lows.
Yes.
Which is my one, and then this one is, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, this is a high-quality broadcast. Okay, we want to keep it high quality.
Highbrow. Yeah. Far out.
Yes. Oh, I've got... I had some things written down that I wanted to talk about. Oh, what was one of them? Had a bit of backlash from last week from the episode where we talked about yuck or yum. We were saying the big elaborate drink bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Had a few people not like that. We didn't like that. So
people that are into elaborate water bottles?
Apparently, majority of Australia like having big water bottles, but I think they're ridiculous. So I stand by my words.
And you have to.
Yeah, big water bottles suck. Just chill out.
And never apologise either.
That's right. I am who I am.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
elaborate water bottles.
Unless I do apologise if it's something bad like rape. I definitely apologise. I wouldn't do either of those. Apologise or rape. What are we talking about? What's fucking...
Look, there is a type. Apologise if you mean it. There you go. That's a good rule.
Only say sorry if you are sorry. Is that right?
Not just to appease the 2 people that don't like it compared to the 4 people that do.
That's right. Sorry about that. What else? What else happened to me this week that I thought was of note? I was driving my car, and so I'm driving my car, and I'm just like through the suburban. I'm driving my car through the suburbs, and a guy's sort of walking past across the road, and just as I come sort of close, he sort of looks at me and jogs off at the same pace as he's walking. I call it the courtesy jog.
Oh, yeah. It's to let the driver know that they're trying to get out of your way, but not put in any extra effort.
They're not moving faster.
Yeah.
All they're doing is bouncing a bit, so they look like they're putting effort in. Why not just walk? I don't want the courtesy jog.
Just walk and then, but you give that wave. Like if you just walk along, you go, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
you know, you just
Wave's fine.
You make like movements with your mouth, but no words. You're just like,
But the courtesy jog, they're like, ooh, 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 when they do this, ooh, 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 and they're sort of bouncing up and down, but it's exactly the same speed.
yes, yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah. You know, I was actually thinking with when I was driving over here, I was driving up your street and there was like some kids. Like I'm hyper aware of kids playing around cars because I have kids now. But like before, I wasn't that fussed, but I saw them and like so immediately I kind of slow down. But it's weird because you don't want to like slow down too slow where it's like it looks like you're looking at the kids, and but then you don't want to drive erratically like that it's unsafe. So I don't know what this safe speed is. Like, do you slow down but look away? So you're not a creep, but you're being safe.
There's a way around that.
What's that?
There's a way around that. Just go whatever speed you want and just bip the horn.
Oh, I'm coming through.
Bip the horn, bip, 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 and then that is whatever.
Yeah, I hate because
I would never do that though.
And I don't know why I think that. That's probably
yeah.
But it's like I go, I'm not a creep. I'm not like looking at kids or anything like that. But I just want you to know that I'm being really safe. So if there's ever an adult around, I'm like giving the wave, like going, I'm going slow, like 10 k's an hour, just for to be safe.
That's the exact same feeling I get when I walk out of a store empty-handed. You know what I mean? You walk
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You just think, everyone thinks I've stolen here. And I haven't stolen. Act natural. I haven't stolen. And you walk out and you just think, oh my God, they all thought I've stolen something.
They go, check the cameras, we've got a live one.
Why can't you just walk out? No, I didn't want anything and just walk out normal. I can't.
And I can't walk into stores where there's only like the attendant there and no one else in the shop. So it's like a one-on-one thing. Like say if you walk into a shoe shop and it's just you and them, and so it's going to be one-on-one attendance. But I might just be looking. But I get the anxiety of if I walk into the shop, I should really probably buy something.
Yeah, you get the guilt.
Like I get guilted into it. And I'm just like, especially if it's the owner of the shop, because if you don't buy anything, I think they would take it personally like, what, you don't like any of my stuff? My stuff's no good?
Yeah, and then you end up with like a 20-cent pair of shoelaces or something because you have to buy something.
Just the boot polish is...
I used to get the guilt when I walk past those workers that they're trying to like get you to do charity or something. They're in the middle of the mall and they're like, hey man, you got 5 minutes? And I used to go, now I've got the best thing. I've got the best thing to avoid those people. It's the best, right? They go, hey man, you got 5 minutes? You look them dead in the eye and go, no chance. And then they look at you and or their heart just drops and they sink down and they just look away and you just walk away. And it's just straight up, not a chance in the world. See you later.
Like assertive.
Yeah, and straight in their eyes too. No way, mate.
And you can't stop.
No.
The trick is you must keep moving.
Yeah. And
as soon as you stop, they've got you. You're signing up for Save the Koalas.
That's right. I reckon, and even if one of those like things in the center of the mall were giving away $10,000, I would never accept it because I would never know. No chance, mate. I'm out.
I do it. It's so bad. I do it every time at like the hearing place.
Oh,
you walk past.
Wait,
it's so corny. Guess what I say?
The weird thing is about. So you're saying that the people at the hearing place always ask you if you want a hearing test.
Sir, would you like a free hearing test?
Do you know why? And I thought this for a while. You look deaf.
Oh.
Because they never ask me.
So they don't ask you. No. Oh, I think it's because I always get the reaction. They go, so would you like a free hearing test? And I say, pardon. I just keep walking. I go, pardon?
I can't believe it. You do. You look deaf. I knew it. I didn't know. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Should this be the face of Deaf Australia?
For the last 42 years or something, I was trying to figure out what it was.
What's the look?
Just look like you.
Speak up.
Yeah, you look exactly like you can't hear anything.
Oh, my God. But I do. I always use that joke. I see him coming a mile off and I go, he's a zinger. There's a zinger coming.
Here he goes. Pardon. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, God, I hate being pressured into things. Like, I can't stand being pressured into things in a retail environment. Like, hey, man, like when you remember your general pants?
I was just going to say general pants.
Hey, man, how you going? What's happening? You been surfing? Leave me alone.
Oh my God, you would walk in, they wouldn't even say hello. They just stand there and start doing an air guitar solo.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, I was like, I'm just looking for some jeans, but not really. I probably just wanted to be seen in there. But I never bought anything.
I actually reckon General Pants has ruined shopping for a lot of people, because there was a time after I used to go to General Pants, get so put off by the shopkeepers, is that what you call them? And then from then on, I just didn't really want to go shopping, because I was like, I just hate being put on the spot. I reckon it gave me shopping anxiety.
Yeah, and the music was so loud in that, even if you are deaf. Like I found it like obnoxiously loud. It's like, what? I can't hear. $39.99. They go $139. I go, I'll just take it if you stop talking. I tell you what, talk about shopping pressure and anxiety. What do you think about because today's Mother's Day? So I have this.
Is this a yucky or a yum?
Yeah, maybe. I have this same anxiety we have this same argument every year. Should I buy a present for my wife because she's the mother of my kids, or should my kids be buying her the present? Yeah. They're 3 and 4.
You only look after your mother.
I'm 3 in the hole, because I've got my mum, the mother-in-law, and the wife is classed as a mother as well.
Your mum.
Just not the mother-in-law.
Who's the mother-in-law's mum?
The wife.
Who's the mother-in-law's kids?
Her kids.
Yeah, so you look after your mum.
They're big on the presents.
I reckon it comes down to this. If you came out of their vagina, you get them a present on the day. If you did, you didn't, okay, look, unless you're adopted, okay. If it's adoption's different.
Yeah.
But I think, unless it's out of the vagina, it's not a Mother's Day gift.
Or adopted, yeah.
Or adopted. That's so.
I'm going to talk to the kid. They're going to have to start doing chores and saving up during the year to get mum a present, I think. Yeah. I'll buckle and I'll cave like I always do.
Yeah.
But I thought I would just voice it discreetly on live on the air.
Don't they? Because you know she's going to listen.
She'll definitely listen and go, stop talking about that stuff.
Don't mums want something when there's younger kids? Don't they just want something that they've like created? Like, don't they just want to put a bit of effort where they spend a day maybe painting something or like doing something nice?
Well, they did. Well, that was the thing. One of the boys made something at preschool, but the other one didn't. Yeah.
So I think making something at preschool doesn't count. I think you have to make it in your own time.
So you think I've subbied out the job to preschool there?
I think so. Yeah.
I need to have some kind of involvement.
Yeah, I think you need to have some involvement. You can't give the present, you can't buy the present, but you can manage the present.
Okay, so it's up to me to arrange with the kids to put effort in to provide the...
That's right.
That's a good deal.
I think that's fine. And then you still get a little bit of the credit because they're like, oh, there's no way these kids did it on their own. So it's really you get the credit. But all you have to do is really look after them for a couple of hours and give them a pencil and a paper.
But Mother's Day, compared to Father's Day is so easy. My dad, every Father's Day, Dad's bag. Darryl Lee, Dad's bag.
Really?
Yep. And every birthday, hamburger.
Oh.
That was it. For as long as I can remember, they were the 2 presents we got for Dad.
He really knows what he wants.
He do the same thing every time. You give it to him, he go, oh, thanks for that, and just puts it down next to his chair like that. That just sits there like it would never open it then and there. And then like 8-9 months later, it's still in. And it used to kill us. We look at it next to his chair and it's like, oh, he's only touched the bullets. Like,
just sit there.
Yeah, just sit there. Like it'd be like this special occasion. Whereas if we got chocolate or anything like that, it's gone. Like in 2 seconds. But he has this willpower where it can just sit there and it's only for like exactly the right time. Like if the Dragons are 12 up over Manly, he'll go, it's time for the Rocky Road.
Wow. I know your dad has willpower because my dad used to tell me that when they used to go out drinking when they were younger, they go out to the pub, drink all day, and then your dad would run home wherever they were.
Oh, yes.
He'd always
I do remember that.
After a gut full of piss.
Yeah.
Always run home. That's dedication, eh?
I think he reckons it took away the hangover. That was his theory.
Sweat it out.
But also he did do it once when he did the runner from a Chinese restaurant. He got caught out. He went in there and 80s fill of Chinese. And he's like, I'm doing the runner. I think he was there by himself because there was no mention of anyone.
Who does the runner by themselves?
So he was like, all right, I'm out of here. Runs. The guy from the Chinese restaurant, the owner, runs after him.
Faster.
they're in this massive race. Dad's dying because he's had a gut full of honey chicken. He finally loses him, goes off into the bush and has to spew it all up. So so he lost in that one.
Who does a runner by themselves? Oh my God!
I'll have to verify. I'll fact check that. I'll see if he did it with anyone else.
I reckon we call our dads at one point on this podcast. Definitely.
Not today.
Not today. No. But speaking of which, it's your turn to make a call to somebody.
Oh no! Don't.
You know you've got to. So you're really worried about this because last time I called my mum and had to tell her a lie. Okay, and I'll tell you what, I'm quite confident and I have a good relationship with my mum, and it was hard. It was hard, even though it was a nothing lie.
Yeah, and you're good at that stuff.
So let's make a deal. So I'll pick who you call, but you can pick whatever lie it is you have to say or whatever it is you have to say. I'm not going to say I'm going to make it too hard for you.
Okay, all right. I'll think it's. I've got a list of things.
We'll come back to this. So have a think while we're talking.
Okay.
But while we are, what did I have written down? So you know AI and everything, other than challenges, whatever. It's all coming. Whatever. I don't care. But I've found myself in a situation recently to do with a relationship with a computer or a computer program. So the other day I was trying to get Siri to message somebody. I was like, Siri, call or message so-and-so. And she said, tried to message someone else. I was like, no, Siri, message so-and-so. And she couldn't understand me and tried to message someone else to the point where I got so angry. I was like, Siri, you fucking bitch, message fucking this person, you fucking, you know what I mean? And then not even realizing that it was a friggin' computer program, I felt automatically guilty and I was like, oh, Siri, I'm sorry. And then I realized, oh my God, it's my phone. I just apologized to my phone.
Oh my! It started. That's the machines, because they reckon now they have got some degree of like emotional intelligence.
Oh God!
With these things where they will have feelings and stuff like that. It's mental.
I just couldn't believe it when I just apologized. Like,
you apologize to your phone.
Yeah, I thought. I remember. I know it used to be awkward when I was like feeding chips to the seagulls and I accidentally threw one and hit it in the head and I apologized. I thought that's weird. But that's a living thing.
It's not a.
But now I'm apologising to my phone.
Inanimate object.
Did you ever hear about that wives' tale where people said, oh, if you put Panadol in the chips and then give them to the seagulls, they fly up and explode?
Yeah, aspirin or something it was.
Does that actually happen?
I never did it.
I never did it either, but I was like, I believed it, but now I feel like I don't think that's right. Don't do that, by the way. Don't hurt any birds. You can hurt Siri, the little bitch.
Yeah, but I think they think that's an early sign of like a psychopath for kids, if like hurting animals and stuff like that. Yeah,
I couldn't hurt animals. No,
I don't have it in me.
Did you know anyone when you were younger that hurt animals? And where are they now?
No, no, I don't. Like teasing's not the same. I used to do a little bit of teasing with our dog.
Yeah, you can do a bit of teasing until the point where, like, I remember teasing my dog until the point where it was like, oh, the teasing, you could tell the teasing was too much. Then I was just like overwhelmed with guilt. I couldn't do it. But I'm not like, cutting off a possum's tits and throwing them.
Oh, yeah.
What tits? What are some tits? Why can't I just say cutting up a possum?
Leg or something.
Yeah, leg.
I remember just like, if this is as bad as I got, putting like a little bit of food just out of the dog's reach. Oh. So his nose would like go like that, and he'd put his head on its side and like try, and then its paw would go like this, and like it'd be just short, and then I'd let it do it like 2 times, and then push it in, and go there, it's all yours, it's all yours.
So you're deaf and a psychopath.
No, that's teasing, isn't it?
Is.
I was like, I wonder how far, or if George at the time was a dog, how far he'd go and what effort he'd put in to try and get the whatever it was.
Do you think you've met anybody like in your adult years, say from 20 to now, that you think could be a chance they hurt animals when they were younger?
Yes.
Do you?
Oh,
do you
definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, wow. So some people just have that look, have that look of animal cruelty, do you think?
And it's just
it's terrible.
Sometimes you can just get the uneasy feeling about people. Get a weird vibe. Like, I don't mind. It's not like annoying is fine. Annoying isn't a psychopath. I can handle that. But just someone that makes you feel uneasy and you just get a vibe off them, like bad energy. It's creepy, I reckon. And you always got to be nice to them. I realise that now. You always got to be nice because they're the ones that will come in with the machine guns and take out the whole office.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you just got to kind of humour them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's weird. Like, do you think that everyone, like, I reckon some people get a weird vibe from different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And
yeah.
I reckon people have got a weird vibe from me. And do you think that just comes down to your soul or something, or do you think
an
animal instinct?
I think there's definitely the animal instinct,
yeah,
for sure. Because then you have the people that are like really, like they don't pick up on it. They're the classic victims.
Yeah.
Like I'll jump in the van. I only live up the road here. I'll give you a lift.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I think a degree of paranoia and kind of suspicion is probably good for you.
Yeah, I think I'm half of that because I got in a van with these people once and I got bashed by this woman.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like walking home from the beery really drunk and these people go, jump in the van, we're going to a party. And I was like, party sounds good. I jumped in the back and there was next to this chick and there was two guys in the front. And then I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think I told the driver that he can't drive for shit.
Oh.
And then they pulled over and
because you are a very good driver.
Well, especially when I'm that drunk. Oh. And then, no, I don't drink drive, by the way. And then, this girl just started punching me heaps hard in the head. And I remember looking at her, putting my hands up going, why are you hurting me?
What's going on?
And then I ran away. Anyway, I just remembered this. I'd lost my wallet, so I must have left it in the car. And then being the lazy person that I am, I didn't renew my cards and my license for like 6 months. It was about 5.5 months. And then I was like, I better go do it. So I went and got it. 2 days after I went and renewed my license and everything, the police showed up at my mum and dad's door with all of my cards and my wallet all in these little plastic things. They said, we found this in a stolen car.
Oh, no way.
And I was like, I just got that shit renewed.
Was there any money in it?
No, it was just all my cards in these folders and these plastic folders and my wallet. And he's like, we found. So that car was stolen. That they
that beat you up.
Yeah, either that or they took my wallet, stole a car, and then left it in there to try and frame me. Crazy.
After beating you up.
After beating me up. Yeah, so don't get in the van with strangers.
No.
Simple as that.
Do you reckon it's worse to get beaten up by a girl or by a boy?
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's any worse. I think if you're getting beaten up by anyone, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather get beaten up by a girl because their fists are smaller. Some of them, not all of them.
And it's not like if you get beaten up by a guy, you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like it's like a big status thing, I reckon, where you just been
your
ass handed to you.
Yeah, you should see the other bloke.
Whereas if you get beaten up by a girl, people will be like, well, he's got restrained because he didn't beat her back.
Also, you can't say you should see the other chick.
Yeah.
Because they say what, you bash the other chick as well.
I've actually thought about this. If I was to get beaten up by a girl, I would never hit them back. But I think the only thing that you could really do that would kind of get you back on top or give you a little win, spit.
So you're saying that if you were getting beaten up by a woman, you'd spit in her face.
Yes, because it's like degrading and it's like a way of fighting back without violence. Don't you reckon?
I think
hit me as hard as you can, but I'm just gonna hock one up and right in your face. I think that's worse than hitting, actually.
What about that'll work, but what about the old sweep kick to the ankles? Is that still count?
Nah,
can you still do it?
Nah, it's still hitting.
Is it?
I think the spitting is great because there's no physical violence.
Post COVID though, it could be like manslaughter if they get COVID from your spit and then die.
But Your Honour, I was only defending myself in the
and he'll be like, why didn't you do a sweep kick?
It's still physical violence.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person.
And I don't think you can crouch that low and do a sweep kick physically.
It would hurt my back.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'll tell you firsthand, when I was getting bashed by the girl, I didn't hit her back. I put my hands up and was questioning and crying. I think, why are you hitting me?
Had you time? But that's tricky because you're in the van and you're against everyone in the van, so you really can't do anything.
They kicked me out of the van, and she came at me when we were out of the van, and then was hitting me as I was walking back, like backwards. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Really.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Beaten up by a girl, but still better than beaten up by a boy.
Yeah, because if the boy, I don't remember being hurt that night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like getting hurt.
Mm.
So maybe, I don't know, I don't want to be sexist here, but women are weak. Sorry, I'm just, you can't say that. You can't say that. Not all women. No, they have babies and shit. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, I'll tell you what I was thinking the other day. I'm trying to say I just thought of this before we started the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, group texts? We're in a group text with a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
I want to know what category you sit in because there's different categories of texters in the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like the ones that I can think of. So when you're in a group text, there's like what have I got here? What have I written?
The initiator.
You've got the big talkers, the ones that are always talking. Yo, we're doing this, and the other one's like, yeah, we're going back and forth, and everyone, and it's all happening, right? They're the guys that are carrying the group text,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Right? You're not that, okay? I know that, all right? Depending on who's in the group. And then you've got the lurkers, the ones that are always watching but never texting. They never say anything.
I think it depends on the group, but you're right. I usually like to watch it all go down, but I've had bad luck of late in these group texts. Because I think I put in like zingers, like funny things, and I'm getting nothing back.
Yeah.
And it'll play on my mind like, have I lost it? Am I not really a good group text contributor anymore?
Yeah, well, I have noticed your downfall lately. No, I don't even think that's you. I think there's other categories here. So you've got the chat leavers, the ones that's always like Glenn has left the
too
chat.
busy.
Yeah,
too
can't be
busy.
bothered. Can't be bothered. Then you've got just the ones that go and just like all the messages or you know what I mean?
The acknowledgers.
Just acknowledge, but they don't have any input.
Don't contribute.
And so you're like sitting there and people are talking and then it all goes silent and then about half an hour later here's so-and-so was liking message, so-and-so was liking message, so all these notifications. Ugh!
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's disgusting. And then you've got what have I wrote here? I don't know what. Oh, this is me, unfortunately. The ha-ha person.
Oh, you actually write the
I
letters?
write it there. I write ha-ha every time. Ha-ha, that's funny. Ha-ha. So it looks like I'm putting in effort, even though I'm not. I don't even read the messages.
I hate the people that just write ha-ha.
That's what I do. I do it.
It's like you can just push the ha-ha button.
Yeah, but I want to write it.
You want to write it.
Because it looks like I put more effort, even though I'm not reading anything.
Does.
Yeah,
It
because
does.
I don't want to read every message and ha-ha the one that's funny. I just want to ha-ha the whole thread.
Oh, I tell you when it's worse as well is when you're in, say it's like a group of people, say like a Bucks party group text where not everyone knows everyone. So it's like this big mix of people in there.
Yeah.
Like there was one I was in for the one I went on recently and they're like, can you please, whatever, we're doing all these things, can you transfer this money through to this account? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like I just don't want it to go to that Nigerian prince, like the scam thing, which I thought was like a bit of lighthearted chuckle thing.
That's another one. You've done the wrong thing again.
Nothing. It was just like radio silence. So about 4 hours later, I looked back and I was still the last text. Like no one had contributed after it. So
can you see people have read it?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it, just going, there's like 20 people read it. And then I was like, well, I've got to try and get back to this. And I was like, well, this is worse than Coney 2012. Which was like the donating to that warlord or something. Everyone, it was like the big scam that happened. Again, radio silence on the text. Like no one said anything. I was just like, I was going to be a chat lever.
They're not your people.
So I was like, okay, don't try and be too obscure with your jokes in unknown groups of people.
That's right, exactly. And there's another. The other one I can think of, the other category, is the people that have a sort of a conversation that should be in a private message, but they have it in the group message. So there's two people talking and it's got nothing to do with the group and you're getting the notifications.
Oh, yes.
So
Are you still right to pick me up at 4?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll get you this. And no worries. And I'm like, I've left the building.
Yeah. That is annoying.
It's so annoying. Is there any others? Like, I think that's like all the categories I can think of. But I think I'm the ha-ha guy. I do like to put in a little bit of... I might initiate a bit, I reckon. I might initiate a little bit. But I sort of am a bit of all of them. It just depends on who's in the group and the group message.
Remember the one we had, the basketball chat group, where we didn't quite know everyone, and there was like new people coming and going all the time. But we looked at it. We looked at everything.
Oh, that's right. We stopped playing for 2 or 3 years, but we kept we just lurked and watched everything and then occasionally, like about a year and a half after I've done anything, I'll go in and go, haha.
Sometimes I'd go and they go like, we beat the Bear Bandits this week, and I'd be like, oh, that's a pretty good win for them. Like, this is like 2 years after I've stopped playing.
And then some guy called Fred's like, who's that? Who's Fraser?
We're up by 3 at half time. I was like, keep going, lads, keep going. And half the people, like more than half of the people in the team didn't know who I was. And I was still occasionally going, good luck in the grand final. I was going from like a player to a fan.
That's right. It's the same. I ended up going to a couple of games and then I was just like, who are all these people, eh?
What's that? Who's the guy sitting there with pom-poms?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Jake from the text group. Used to be a player.
Yeah. Oh, that guy that says ha-ha all the time, the lurker. All right, what do I got? Do you want to do a couple of yuck or yums?
I want to know your morning ritual. What you do of a morning. How do you start the day?
Well, I've just picked up a new ritual.
Yes, this is great.
So I've just started because I used to work out of an afternoon, but now I start a morning workout. So now I've got a ritual that I do every single morning. Would you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine I said no. What else have we got here?
It's funny because everyone's morning ritual is so different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so this is it. So I set my alarm for 4:45 and I wake up at 3 a.m. and I get up. So my alarm is set not to wake me up. It's set to be the last resort. Just
in case you don't get up at 3 or whatever early. Yep. 4:45 is your
That's right. So I want to get up at 4:45, but I'm too excited to start the day. So I wake up at 3. I go and have 3 espressos, a bowl of oats, which I don't cook. I just have oats, milk, protein powder, and Greek yogurt, all raw. And then I get ready, and then I go to the gym, but I get to the gym 45 minutes early. And sit in my car because no one's there and it doesn't open for 45 minutes. and then it opens and I go to the gym. I come home, shower, have breakfast, which is like 6 eggs, a big scoop of
ice cream,
cottage cheese, and half an avocado, and all my vitamins, which is I've taken about 15 or 16 vitamins, supplements at the moment. And then I go to work at about 7:30.
Wow, so you've already done half a day. You've already done like 4.5 hours when normal people are getting up.
Yeah, and I've only just started that. I used to get up at 5 and just lay in bed and play on my phone and do nothing and then train in the afternoon. But now I'm doing this in the morning. I just feel so much better.
Morning is life.
Morning is everything. I'd rather get up early, go to bed early.
The hours you get before everyone else gets up are golden, I reckon.
Do you know that my morning routine then is going to fucking infuriate so many people? Do you know when you hear someone go, I wake up at 3 o'clock and I go to the gym, you just think, you fuckwit.
And the training schedule, the vitamins, the diet, it's all so annoying.
It's annoying. It's so annoying. But you know what?
I asked, but I don't mind it because I goaded it out of you.
I never used to be like this too. And I used to frown upon people like this. But once you do it, once you're in it, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
No, that was pretty in depth, and
you can tell I've got no family or no kids or anything, because I've just got all the time in the world.
But it sounds very attractive as well. My best thing is now no alarm. I'm just getting up natural. So if I want to wake up at 4, up at 4. But if my body says 7, up at 7. So I'm just getting up naturally. It's normally about 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
I get up.
That's about time.
I had a job once where it was a 5 o'clock start and it was an hour and a half drive away.
Ooh.
So I used to count minutes of my morning schedule ritual so I could maximise the amount of time I could lay in bed.
Yeah.
To the point that I would wear my uniform to bed.
No, really?
I mean, like if I wear my uniform to bed, I can set the alarm for 3:58 instead of 3:55.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was literally like just get up, make the coffee in the car. I'll be in the car in like 2 minutes from wake up.
You know, it gets so much easier to wake up when you get older.
I think so too.
I think because you go to bed earlier, but I remember being young and just waking up at like 7:30 or something to go to work and just being so tired that you can't even open your eyes. Like I can't imagine what that would feel like now. It's not for me.
No, yeah, morning hours are golden. But also early night.
Early night's the best.
Yeah.
You know what? What's after 7:30? What's on? There's not much on. You know, I guess there is a lot on. I just don't like any of it.
Yeah.
Now, don't think you're escaping this, Glenn. You're not
What's that?
escaping the phone call.
Oh,
You're making a
okay.
phone call today.
I'll get the phone.
Get the phone.
Who are you going to ring?
I know a lot of people that you know, so I can. It depends what you've got to tell me what you want to say first, and then I pick who you're ringing.
Oh, now I put it on. Sorry, I put it on Do Not Disturb.
That's fine.
As you said.
Yeah,
So
you can still call. No, you don't need it. You can still
Okay.
call. You're going to tell me what you're going to say first, and then I'll pick the caller.
Okay. I'm going to.
Don't you hate when you give someone your phone? You're like, here, don't look at all my shit. Just look at my contacts. I don't want you to look at anything
Nothing.
else.
Don't look past the photo I'm showing you.
Right. So what are you going to say to this person?
I'm going to say that I've come into a lot of money,
That's so heavy.
and I want them to. I've thought about this before. I want them to kind of rate our relationship over the years and tell me how much they think I should give them from my winnings. But I'm not telling them how much I've won.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So you're going to call a random person in your phone that I pick, and you're going to say you've come into a lot of money, and you want this person to tell you how much they're worth in regards to their friendship in a monetary value.
Yeah.
That's the heaviest shit I've ever heard in my life. You can't do that. That's fucked up.
Well, I don't know what else I would say.
Mate, you're doing that. It's your choice too. I'm pumped. I'm gonna pick someone I know because then I can enjoy it. You know what I mean? If it's someone I don't know, I could be calling you physiotherapist for all I know. Who's Ducky? That sounds fun.
This might be the last one of this segment, I reckon.
Nah, mate. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Okay. Oh, there's Dad. Oh, geez, I want to call you Dad.
I don't think I've ever rang Dad's mobile, but that would be weird because he'd be like, "You just give me what I want."
Yeah, that's right.
It's not a choice.
He'd be like, I'll give you what's left of this chocolate box next to my couch." Yeah. Okay, sorry. I know this is taking a little bit, but I'm just going through the phone here. I actually don't know anyone that you know. Tim Bailey, the weatherman?
He's not in there.
He's in there, Tim Bailey.
Nah, that must be another one. I don't know him. I don't know the Tim Bailey.
What do we call? Let's call Adam Burns. I know Adam Burns.
Okay, we'll try it. If he doesn't pick up,
Then we go again.
okay.
Okay, so you press Adam Byrne. I know Adam Byrne. You know Adam Byrne.
I wonder if he's still got the same number. I haven't rang him in so long.
Jeez, you may put on loudspeaker and put it up to the mic. Closer, though. Closer.
The person you are calling.
Oh, I get another go.
So nerve-wracking.
Dan Ed.
Okay. He'll probably
He'll pick up.
actually.
Good.
Yeah,
okay. All right, we're calling Dan Ed.
Oh, it's not in here. Hang on. You keep talking for a bit.
All right. So just going to recalibrate here. So you're calling Dan Ed, who I've chosen from the phone, and you're going to ask him what he's worth, monetary value.
Yo.
Hey, how you going?
Good, man.
Hey, this is going to sound so weird.
Yeah.
I have come into a shit ton of money. And I'm just ringing around my friend group. I'm like, I'm going to have a bit of fun with this. I want you to give me a number to monetize our relationship over the years. Tell me how much you reckon we're worth. So I'm telling you, I've come into a ton of money, and I think, all right. So between, I've rang a bunch of people now, Brendan, all the guys. I'm up to Dan. How much do you reckon we're worth over the years? What we've been through, Dan?
We've been through. You couldn't put a figure on it, phrase.
You have to put a number on it because that's what you get. Think of it all the time. We've had some times. We've had some. You come up with a number.
I couldn't put a number on it.
Ready? I'm going to count 5, 4, 3, 2. What's your number?
50 million.
Shit, I only came into 60 million. You're going to take like 90% of it. That's heavy. Look, I'm going to have to cook the books here. Wait, I'm going to have to shuffle the figures and I'll have to get back. You might have cleaned me out. That's my bad. I should have told you the amount.
Yeah.
All right, I'll call you back.
All right, mate.
See you, mate. Bye. He's going to think that's so weird.
That's so weird. How funny is how he's just like 50. It's such an awkward situation. That's fucked up.
Oh, I'm
so
not doing
awkward.
this again.
That's so awkward. Oh my God.
Do you reckon he smelled a rat?
I'm so glad he said 50 million and not something like serious, like 24,000. I would have fucking lost my shit.
Oh, because I would have been devastated. I would have been like, he only thinks it's worth 24,000. I've been to jail with that man.
What would you say if someone rang you up? Like if you rang me up, I would say free. I'd say $50. That's what I'd say. It's not worth anything.
But
I don't know.
I don't know what I'd say. It's such a random thing to be asked
I've got
about.
adrenaline pumping. That is scary.
I've got seeing stars. I have to call him back after this and just go, oi.
Call him back now. And tell him.
No, there's no more call. That's the end of that thing. And I'm not doing it anymore.
Every single episode, we're doing a call. We're taking it in turns, mate. This is what it's like to have a podcast. This is the good shit.
I'm going to call him, and then I'm going to call you after it.
Yeah,
And I'm going to discuss this.
Next one we'll do is we'll call together. We'll do a group call, so we'll be together and we'll call someone.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
if you're listening and you want us to call somebody that you know and say something fucked up, give us a message and we'll do it. Okay.
I want someone to ring us.
Yeah, me too. So do I. I wish it was live. But anyway, I got a couple of yuck or yums. That was really messed up, by the way.
Oh, I reckon because I don't think he's listened to it. I asked him the other day because I know him quite well.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, I see you got a podcast. I haven't listened to it yet." I was like, "Thanks for the support."
yeah.
But his brain will be ticking over a million miles an hour, just going, "What the hell was that about?"
You can't expect people to listen to you for an hour on a podcast
outside of family and friends. I'm not going to say close friends because Dan is.
Yeah, if anyone's listening to this point right now, you're a true friend because this is 52 minutes in. If you're here and you're listening, you're like, we appreciate you.
I reckon. Like Mum even said to me the other day, she goes, "Are you doing another one?" And I was like, "There's 2 out, Mum. You got to listen to them. You're in half of them. You and Dad make up most of the content."
That's right. All right. Before we go, let's do a couple of yuck or yums. Did you bring any yuck or yums?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
you go first.
Cheese and bacon balls, like the chips.
I know what they are. I'm contemplating my answer. Was there something in between yuck and yum?
No,
Okay.
that's just.
I'm going to say yum, but it's borderline yuck.
Okay, if it was a yuck, eating them out of a bowl with a dessert spoon so you don't get orange fingers. Would that tilt you to the yum?
Yes, definitely, but I actually like the orange finger bit. That's the bit I like. I like having to suck my fingers at the end.
It's one of my favourite things to eat it by myself.
Do you know that when you eat snacks out of a bowl, especially a glass bowl, they are way better and way nicer than eating out of the packet?
Yes.
They don't make as much noise. It's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so yeah, right. Yuck or yum. Someone sending a thumbs up in a text message.
Yum. I'm huge on it. I love it. It's like just an acknowledge, but I don't. And I also think it means the conversation's over.
No, you know what it is? It's the most. It's the worst thing ever. You know what? It's patronising.
Is it?
It's so patronising. Oh yeah, mate. Yeah. You're like, oh, do you want to do it? Yeah, right.
Depends. Like if someone's giving me a big spiel about like something real heavy in their life and I just do a thumbs
Yeah.
up, that's awful. Terrible.
Oh, every time I see a thumbs up, I get offended. Every time.
But if someone just goes, pick you up in 10 minutes and I just go, thumbs up, great, end of conversation, done.
The only people that get away with it, I reckon, are boomers because they can just do thumbs up all the time. You just know that they don't know anything. They're just like thumbs up.
Is that what I'm becoming?
I think you are. I think you're a borderline deaf boomer with animal killing tendencies.
Animal teasing
Yeah,
for the record.
teasing.
Yeah, just out of reach.
Yeah.
What about coffee cups?
What do you mean?
Yuck or yum?
What sort of coffee cups? There's many different types.
Do they? All right. What I wanted to get to was the elaborate sizing, and why there isn't just small, medium, and large.
Oh, so
Regular, large,
coffee cups,
jumbo,
coffee cup sizing.
super. Yeah.
Yeah. There is. Wait, I only like small, medium, large, so it's a yuck. for me.
Yeah, it's awful. Is regular just? Is it a small?
Regular's in the middle. Regular's regular.
Small, regular, and large. You reckon?
Small, regular, large, extra large.
I think coffee should only have two sizes.
I think that coffee should not have an extra large at all. Who needs that much milk?
Small and large it should be.
Small, large. You know what? All the fancy coffee places have small, large. Any
You're
others?
right, you're right,
Others
yeah.
are bullshit. And I also hate. I know there's environments and all that, but I hate the people that have their own takeaway coffee cups. You know the ones that you put. You know those ones.
It kind of reeks of them saying like grandstanding that I'm a local.
Like they just.
I come here all the time and
Yeah.
here's my cup and I know George behind the machine.
Yeah, here's my coffee cup as I take it away and drive away in my diesel four-wheel drive. You know, that's like,
Oh, yeah.
ruining the environment. Yeah, I'm saving the environment. Like, piss off. Drive your Range Rover up the hill.
Yeah, I'm just going to hop into my Dodge Ram and like
Yeah.
go for a spin around.
Yeah. This is one I read from your notes, though, actually. I took this one.
Reading my notes.
Yuck or yum, returning your trolley to the trolley bay once you've finished unloading it.
Yum. That is the pillar of society. If I could not be with anyone, I could not be friends with someone that just they unload their shopping and just leave the cart in the thing. I think that's the breakdown of society.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of the podcast.
You are not a trolley leaver.
I do
There's
it.
no way in the world you would be. No way.
I do it. I leave it, but only if it's up on the curb. You know, it's like I don't put
All those little islands.
Yeah, I put it on an island. I won't put it anywhere else. I actually look for the islands. I like it up in the islands.
You know what? I always take it back, right? And the
Yeah.
other day, there was one of those, the trolley getting people, the collectors.
Don't be racist. They're called trolley men.
And he goes, that's all right, mate. Just leave it there. Just leave it there. And I was like, all these years, I've done it for you guys. Like, I've always put it. He goes, no, that's fine. Just leave it. Just leave it.
Everyone else-
So they don't care.
Well, you keep them in a job.
Yeah, but he still has to collect it from the bay and bring it back to the shops. But I was like, I thought they're always watching us and they go, oh, thanks, another one that puts it back. They don't care.
Oh, yeah, they don't. I'm thinking more of from the trolley's perspective. Like if the trolley gets to go up on the little island for a bit, gets a little bit of a change of direction. A little bit of a vacation.
Oh, that's what it looks like up here.
Yeah, everyone just keeps on pushing me around all day, and now I get to be on top for once. Anyway, that was good. That's it.
That's an hour, done
That's
and
it.
done.
Beautiful.
That went really quick, actually.
Yeah, that was good. That was really fun. So next week we're going to call someone together, okay?
And then that will be the end of the calling segment.
because it's so fun. It's like it's this whole thing. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. It's going to be, I can't.
I am this is already massively out of my comfort zone. Like I'm maxing out. This is like 100% now. You're just pushing me beyond the thing.
Good. Wait, we're only 3 episodes in. Wait till episode 100. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I reckon you'll have me down the shops interviewing people live on the camera. You go, you got to do it out of your comfort zone.
Speak of the devil. No, I'm just joking. All right, I'll play there. We'll see you later. Episode 3. Is that it?
Welcome to the Oral Waste Podcast. It's not tongue in cheek, it's tongue in arse.
It's definitely the best one.